Okay, hi everyone, Meteorologist Anna DuVall here with your forecast update, this time at noon. So I've done like all of the live streams over the last few days here. Here's another one. We're going to give you another forecast update here. Some things have changed actually since yesterday, so we do have a few new things to show you guys here. So let's go ahead, jump right into it. Now and later, right now, pretty warm outside. You see those fall leaves there? That doesn't mean it's not going to feel still warm outside over the next few days here. Not feeling much like fall. We're actually feeling more like July, but without all of that humidity outside for the time being. Here's what it looks like off of our camera network here. Clear blue skies out there. You can see just a beautiful day across the tri-state. We'll have a few clouds built in by the afternoon hours, but overall, a beautiful day. And this is going to continue here. These are our current conditions outside in terms of temperature. 79 degrees there in Cincinnati, 80 in Hamilton, 82 in Wilmington, 80 Flemingsburg, and then Covington at 81. So that's what we're feeling like right now. Batesville, that clearly is not working there, but you're probably about the same right now. Looking off our clouds and radar, you can see staying dry, staying clear. We have a whole bunch of clouds over to our east there, storms along with it. It's going to stay far away from us over the next several days. We're going to be very dry here across the tri-state. So we'll zoom out. You'll take a look at this here. Again, you can see those showers and storms there off to our south and east. We have two high pressures circling around us again, keeping us dry for the moment here. We can move down a little bit here and you can see those storms there from our tropical storm, and then also there is our hurricane off in the Atlantic as well. So that's what it's looking like. That's current radar at the moment here. Go ahead and click forward. I want to show you guys the water vapor content, and you saw all of those clouds again off to our south and east there. You can see they're in that stage where they have some moisture out there. They have those clouds. We're still sitting fairly dry for the time being here. Not a lot of humidity outside. You can see those black colors looming over us. I want to go ahead and show you guys the upper air map. This is another reason why we're going to be staying dry and hot over the next several days here. We saw those high pressure systems, which lead us to see those clear skies, warmer conditions. This is what we're looking like on our upper air map. So really high in the atmosphere. We are also seeing this upper level ridge here, and centered around that is right on Cincinnati there. And again, that's a ridge of high pressure. That's gonna make us have those really warm and hot conditions right now. Also keeping us dry, clear of those storms. So it's feeling like summer out there, and this goes all the way out till Wednesday. So we moved through the last couple of days. That ridge of high pressure stays over us. Wednesday, we're still seeing that ridge of high pressure. So definitely going to be warm over the next several days. That's like one of our first indicators there when we start to forecast. So go ahead, go through the rest of your day here. 82 by 1 p.m. You can see we'll slowly warm into the mid to upper 80s there by the afternoon. Those clouds will stream in there by the afternoon hours. But overall, it's a pretty sunny day out there. A lot of people should use this day to get outside, enjoy it. Again, I know that we saw that rainy weather. It kind of makes you realize that you want to get outside and do all of the things whenever it starts raining like that. It's 8 p.m. there, 74 degrees. It will be 70 by 10 p.m. We'll keep moving throughout our night here. Early morning hours, we're going to be in the low 60s for our evening. And look at this. This is what I'm talking about. No chance of rain over the next 5 days. I know over the weekend we talked a little bit about how we had a slim rain chance there on Tuesday and Wednesday, just depending on what was going on in the tropics, what was going on there. And we're going to clear all of that up for you and tell you why that rain chance has gone to 0 now. We're not expecting any rainfall that will be extending off any of those tropical systems. And then we have that rain chance to come back into the forecast early next week. So we have a little while of these dry conditions over the next couple of days. So this is what we're tracking out here, those two tropical systems again. Off the east coast, this is what it's going to look like over the next couple of days. This is Tuesday, 1 p.m. those two are kind of going to drift out more to the east, more into the Atlantic there. And this hurricane, Umberto there, is going to be pulling the tropical storm into it. So that's why it is turning such an eastward direction there and not really expected to make as big of an impact to the East Coast. The East Coast will see some impacts, but not as big of an impact as we were originally thinking it was going to, because Umberto is really so strong that it's also pulling in that tropical storm there. So 4 p.m. looking dry. We have those clouds built in, but staying dry over the next couple of days. We can't even see those rain chances come back into the forecast there until early next week. Here are those two tropical systems just up close and personal here. Category 4 major hurricane Umberto there, still off in the Atlantic. That's what we were just looking at. And this is Imelda there, again circling a little bit closer to Florida there and the East Coast. It's kind of spitting all of these showers and storms up the East Coast right now. But the good news is it is expecting to take that eastward turn, and we can see that here on their tracks. So you can see making that eastward turn, almost running into the path that Umberto is going to be taking. So we're watching that fairly closely there. You can see we're going to show you those spaghetti models. This is what we really look at to see what the models are predicting that this tropical system does. And majority of them are pretty much in perfect agreement here that it's going to be turning eastward fairly soon and giving less of an impact to our East Coast. They're still going to see impacts. They're seeing them right now, seeing a whole lot of rainfall and storms moving into the area. But it's not looking like it's going to impact the East Coast directly, which is good news for the East Coast there. But again, that would have supplied us with some rainfall, which we really do desperately need here. Here's the drought monitor. This was updated last Thursday, did not include the rainfall we saw Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So this doesn't really reflect where we are sitting currently, but we did see a little bit of reprieve there. Hillsborough, Highland County there, seeing that abundantly dry now instead of being in that moderate drought. Severe drought there, the tip of Adams County, and you can see this abnormally dry there encroaching on the tri-state. So hopefully when we get another update on Thursday, it's going to look a little bit more like that abnormally dry and not so much that moderate to severe drought. However, 2 Thursdays from now, we might be back in the same boat, especially with these above average temperatures outside and with the lack of rainfall that we're going to be seeing. So we're kind of stuck in this pattern of, we saw a few of those showers, thunderstorms, they were strong. We saw severe weather out there, but now we're kind of back in that summer cycle once again. And so we're not really in that fall type weather at all yet. And you can feel that. If you head outside right now, temperatures are in the low 80s across the area already. It's only noon here, 79 Cincinnati as well as Lunken there, 80 Hamilton, 82 in Lebanon, Owenton there, 80 degrees. So feeling that across the board. Again, if you guys watch a lot of my live streams, I show this for every live stream. I just love to look at the 24-hour temperature change across the area. And that's what it's looking like right now. You can see most places seeing temperatures that are a couple degrees warmer right now than this time yesterday, but a few a little cooler. Middletown yesterday got up to 90, so they're a little cooler right now comparatively to everyone else that didn't reach 90 yesterday. So we'll see a little bit of a different temperature change there, but you can see at least 1 degree in most places feeling a little bit warmer here. We talked about this a little bit yesterday on how if you go outside, it doesn't feel like the nice crisp air, but you feel it be a little fall-like. There's like a little touch, a very small touch of humidity out there right now. We're in that comfortable range, but that slight humidity out there. So like we talked about earlier, it feels like July, but without all of that humidity. You can see we got back in that comfortable range Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You You see we'll have that little spike here and there going into the humid category, but overall we're supposed to stay dry, supposed to stay comfortable over the next several days. Again, we have that upper level ridge showing us high pressure, showing us drier conditions. We saw our water vapor, not a lot of vapor moisture in the air. We're staying dry. So these are all things that we're looking at to help you guys get a better forecast. Here are your dew points right now, and this is why I say some people might be feeling a touch humid. Comfortable range, again, between 50 and 60, and you can see we're kind of borderline on that right now. That's what we're looking like across the area. 54 in Wilmington, so they're feeling pretty cool, but 62 in Cincinnati, Lunken, Harrison, feeling a touch of that humidity out there. But it's not air that you can wear. It's not in that extreme range of affecting our temperatures, but this is just what it's looking like in terms of our dew point. So I want to show you guys, that seems to be a little in the way. Let me, I can fix this really quickly. But this is what we're looking like in terms of our 10-day temperatures there. There we go. Okay. Just wanted to fix that for you guys. So you can see it a little bit better. Tuesday, again, 86 degrees. Pretty hot out there, much like today's going to be feeling. Then as we move into Wednesday and Thursday there, you can see temperatures do dip off, but our seasonal is about 76, 75, 76. So we're not really back into those fall-like conditions, about 5 degrees above average for the entire middle portion of the week. But as you see, going into next week, we are expecting to feel a little bit more like fall. I do think that it's going to feel a little bit more like fall going into the week and the weekend there, but it's really still going to be kind of hot outside. So that's what it's looking like in terms of our 10-day temperatures. I'm going to get to your question, Billy, in the next slide. We're going to talk about the UV index, and then I have your answer for your question there. So for your Tuesday, a UV index of 3, moderate. It's about a 45-minute burn time there. A 5 for our Wednesday. So if you're going to get outside, make sure you bring your sunscreen. 30-minute burn time. And again, we'll stay pretty moderate throughout the week ahead here. Lots of sunshine out there. Not a lot of breaks from the heat either. None of that rainfall is expected. Here is our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, October 7th through October 13th. So this is the second week of October here, and we're still looking well above our average. You can see this color here over Cincinnati. That's about one of the highest reds on the chart there. So expected to be at least 5 to 10 degrees above our average moving into October. So we're having a warm start to October. And again, our average this time of year is around 76. So it's going to continue to be warm here over the next several days. So we're not really going to be feeling like fall even as we move into the middle part of October. I'm sorry to say, fall is not here yet. We're also not going to be seeing a lot of rainfall either. Again, we talked about those high pressures, keeping us dry. We'll see right around our average in terms of rainfall, which would be about 1/10 of an inch of rain. So not very much rain at all expected out there. So let's go ahead and jump back into tonight. A mild evening ahead, 60 degrees, mostly clear skies. If it was me, I would need a light jacket. I don't know about you guys. I get cold really easily here. You see I'm literally in a sweater. Today it's going to be 86 degrees. So, take that what you will. 60 degrees tonight in Cincinnati, 57 in Harrison, 59 in Hamilton there, Batavia, 57 as well. So that's what it's looking like across our area tomorrow morning when you wake up. And for tomorrow, we're going to be well above our average, 10 degrees above our average. In fact, warm sunshine, a warm day out there. Once again, this will continue to be the trend. I'm looking at these tri-states 12 seasons here, and I do believe we're still in summer. Summer is still in season right now, even though I know that we have passed the first day of fall. We saw the autumnal equinox happen. we're still not feeling it. No one in the tri-state is really feeling that relief that you feel when you wake up on a fall morning. Not yet. We're in summer again, and we are probably going to stay there for, you know, the next few weeks. So just prepare yourself that we're going to continue to be in those summer-like conditions. But if you are looking forward to some holidays, maybe you need some cool thoughts in your mind. Here we're 32 days till Halloween, 59 days till Thanksgiving, 87 until Christmas, 94 days until New Year's. So if you're looking forward to any of these holidays, we're inching a little bit closer to them. And again, if you want to think cool thoughts out there, we are 61 days away from, drumroll, I don't know if anyone wants to take any guesses, but here it is. The first measurable snowfall happens in 61 days from now. That's November 29th. So we're still a long ways away from that, but you know, we can start the countdown a little bit early, especially during all of these hot temperatures out there. I know a lot of people really want it to cool down a little bit. The earliest recorded ever snowfall in Cincinnati was October 19th, 1989. They got 5 inches of snow. So we're going to go ahead and go into a few snow headlines here again, in case people really want to think about cool thoughts out there. Again, we just talked about the 5 inches of snow we saw October 19th. October 30th, 1993 was the most snowfall on any day in October, and it was almost 6 inches of snow. We did have a Halloween snow one year. It's only happened once in 1993, and it was only about 3/10 of an inch of snow there. Sorry, I got so used to saying rain. I'm talking about snow. November 29th is the average first day of measurable snowfall. We talked about that on the last slide there, 61 days away from that. December 15th is the average date of 1 inch or more snowfall. So measurable snowfall is considered about 1/10 of an inch of snow. So yes, we're saying November 29th is the average first measurable one, but about 1/10 of an inch of snow. The first average date of an inch or more of snow is December 15th. So we still have a long way until then. So just wanted to go ahead and show you guys that little update there with our snow headlines, just in case you guys wanted to think cool thoughts today as we move throughout the rest of our very hot day today. So here's what it's looking like on our 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, 86 degrees there, lots of sunshine in the air. And then you can see we have that filtered sun there on Wednesday. Thursday, 80 degrees, flirting with the 80s on Thursday. We'll keep that 80-degree trend going into the end of the week and into the weekend there. So not feeling like fall anytime soon. Temperatures do kick up there Monday, Tuesday for our games there. And then as we move into Wednesday, Thursday, let's show. One second. Let's pull up this one. I think that one, yep, here we go. Sorry. Saturday, Sunday, Cincinnati Bearcats there, 80 degrees. It's going to be a great day for football. A little hot though. Same for the Bengals there on Sunday. And you can see temperatures warming up Monday, Tuesday, and going into Wednesday as well. So that's what it's looking like on our 7-day forecast. I'm going to go ahead and take this full screen so you guys can look a little bit closer at it here. And then I will, yep, there it goes. And I will see you guys later. I hope everyone has a great start to your work week. Let me know if anybody has any questions in the meantime.